Decisions, decisions. Every choice can affect the outcome of your game.
And if anything happens to me, kill him.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 hardest choices in Telltale games. For this list, we'll be looking at the most difficult choices that ultimately affect the course of the story, for better or worse. Warning, if you haven't played any of these games, be prepared for some spoilers.
This is why everyone hates you.
Number 10, destroy or keep Handsome Jack's AI. Tales from the Borderlands.
And then I'll probably kill you.
Reese, one of the game's protagonists, wants to follow in the footsteps of the departed and sort of jerky Hyperion leader Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2. That may come sooner than he thinks when he accidentally absorbs Jack's ghostly AI that only he can see.
Reese, you absolute dick.
All throughout the game, Jack tries to coax Reese along the right path, which is basically just helping him so he can take over Hyperion again.
I don't know what I ever saw in you. You're nuts.
In the finale, Reese finally decides to cut ties with Jack, but he must decide, should he destroy the AI chip and kill his former hero/frenemy, or keep the chip and risk all this happening again? Maybe this is why you shouldn't meet your heroes. Number 9, marry Lord Morgryn or die. Game of Thrones.
I want you as my wife.
This adaptation of HBO's hit fantasy drama offers us 5 playable characters with 5 different troubles.
Jailer, please.
Shut it!
In a dilemma very similar to Sansa Stark's scenario, the eldest Forrester daughter, Mira, finds herself in hot water in the finale. Far from home, a coal boy is her only ally, and the snake in the grass Lord Morgryn plotting against her for her kingdom.
If you go anywhere near Forrester lands, my brothers will kill you.
Later, Morgryn makes her an offer. She can either agree to marry him or be next on the literal chopping block. If she agrees, Morgryn gets everything and the coal boy takes her place on the block. If she refuses, she is sent to the block and her story ends with death. No daring escape, no heroic rescue, she's just executed. Number 8, steal or leave the supplies from the car. The Walking Dead Season 1.
Hello?
When the apocalypse has come and you're part of a small group of survivors, sometimes you need to decide between morality and survival.
Baby, you gotta see this. There's a shitload of food and supplies back here.
In episode 2 of Season 1, Lee Everett and his fellow survivors are lost in the woods. When luck seems to be on their side, they find an abandoned car full of supplies. Taking the stuff does seem tempting, but not everyone's keen on pillaging the lone car.
If they come back, then we're just monsters who came out of the woods and ruined their lives.
This could affect your relationship with the others, but you'll have to choose. Take someone else's supplies, or leave it and barely survive. The rest of your party will take the stuff no matter what you choose, but your decision may haunt you again in the finale.
Now you're thinking, who would have it out for me, huh? A few weeks back, there might have been a station wagon in the forest.
Number 7, save Catwoman or Harvey Dent. Batman, the Telltale series.
The revolution's already started! It's too late to join!
One of Telltale's latest titles, Batman's choices can determine if he's the hero Gotham needs or the monster the criminals and most of the police force think he is.
People look up to Batman after how you handled Falcone. Terrorizing the mayor could damage that goodwill.
In the second episode, the villainous children of Arkham are terrorizing Harvey Dent's mayoral campaign, and both Dent and Bats' new ally, Catwoman, are in peril. But Bats can only save one of them. Thankfully, neither of them dies. However, if you save Dent, Catwoman gets injured. Luckily, she escapes, of course, because she's Catwoman. If you save her, however, Harvey gets literally burned. And unfortunately, any Batman fan will tell you what happens next for Mr. Dent.
Harvey.
Number 6, kiss the ring or refuse. Game of Thrones.
Well, I have what I came for. I'll leave you to your business.
Luck is not on the Forrester family's side. Their eldest son, Roderick, is badly injured after an intense battle, but comes back as the new lord of the house.
Your brother Ethan called me Craven, but you're a different man entirely, aren't you?
The Whitehill family has Roderick's youngest brother, and he must convince their obnoxious lord to let him attend a funeral. That request won't be granted unless Roderick humiliates himself in front of his fiancée and kisses the lord's ring.
Kiss my shiny ring.
If you agree, Whitehill lets his brother go, but you'll lose respect from your betrothed. If you refuse, then you make an obnoxious enemy that day. No one likes to be cowed by an annoying ruler, but if fortune smiles on you, Roderick will dish out some deadly payback. Number 5. Kill or spare the Crooked Man, the Wolf Among Us.
Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero?
Many of the fables give Bigby Wolf grief for being the big bad wolf.
The house didn't blow itself down, Bigby. That's all I'm saying.
But there is someone that's bigger and badder running around Fabletown, the Crooked Man, appropriately named because of his crooked face and crooked schemes.
Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community.
In the finale, Bigby finally has the Crooked Man cornered, but he has to decide, arrest him and take him to trial, or kill him right there. If you kill him there, you're not going to be very popular with the others. Take him to trial though, and be prepared to try to convince everyone to get onto your side.
If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly.
At the end, you'll have to make the exact same decision again, sentence him to death or make him the literal caged bird.
Not what I was expecting.
Number 4, shoot Kenny or look away. The Walking Dead Season 2.
Just go!
I ain't going nowhere.
Jane, back off!
Though Clementine's got a new group of survivors in Season 2, she still manages to meet up with a familiar face.
Kenny.
Wait, you know this guy? Clementine?
It's great to see Kenny alive and well. Unfortunately, the rest of the party isn't very trusting of him, given his history and emotional issues. In the finale, one survivor, Jane, tries to show Clem that Kenny's a liability by prodding his anger, causing the two to struggle. Clem is forced to decide, will she shoot her old friend or watch him stab Jane to death? This leads to multiple endings, most ending with Clem either staying with the survivor or going off on her own, which, after all that's happened, may not sound so bad. Number 3, Asher or Roderick, Game of Thrones.
Asher! Raise the gate! They've got us outnumbered!
When you've got 5 playable characters in a Game of Thrones video game, some of them will have to go in a very permanent way. In the penultimate episode, the eldest Forrester brothers, Roderick and Asher, are ambushed outside the Gate to Freedom by Whitehill soldiers. They manage to get the gate open, but only one of them can escape.
Asher! Come on! Don't you dare leave me, Asher!
The player will have to decide who stays behind while the other gets away, Roderick or Asher. Whoever they choose will fight valiantly, but also meet a gruesome end. The brother who survives will move on to the finale to avenge their family in their own way with 2 differing stories. Number 2, burn the glamour tree or not, The Wolf Among Us.
I have nothing! Nothing! You took everything from me! I have nothing!
Anyone who knows about the Fables universe knows that Fables need glamours to disguise themselves amongst normal people. Unfortunately, someone has been selling illegal and cheap glamours that have since been used for wicked purposes.
Name one.
Bigby and Snow find the source of the illegal glamours, a witch named Auntie Greenleaf who makes the glamours from a tree. Knowing the dangers that the tree has offered, Snow orders Bigby to burn the tree.
Don't do this.
Greenleaf Snow's right. The tree has to go.
Once again, we're at a crossroads. Bigby could spare the tree and offer Greenleaf a job, but Snow probably won't like it. If you follow orders, not only will we basically ruin the witch's life, but she'll most likely use it against you later. You really can't please everyone.
You don't believe me? They came to my apartment, and then for no earthly reason, they burned my tree to ashes. She ordered it done.
Before we reveal our number 1 tricky decision, here are a few honorable mentions.
She couldn't be trusted, Lee. I swear. Please.
You're not coming with us.
I'll die out here.
Just make it quick. I know what I did.
Number 1, shoot Lee or leave him. The Walking Dead Season 1.
You're strong, Clem.
can do anything.
Okay, so this one's gonna sting. One of the most heartwarming parts of Season 1 of The Walking Dead game was Lee becoming a fatherly figure to little Clementine.
You've been all by yourself through this?
Yeah, I want my parents to come home now.
Unfortunately, not all good things last forever in this franchise. In the penultimate episode, that fact comes back to bite Lee, quite literally. In the next episode, we follow Lee as he tries to protect Clem until the inevitable. Lee is slowly dying, and now Clem is left with two heart-wrenching options. She can shoot Lee and put him out of his misery, or leave him to turn into a walker.
Please. Please don't be one of them.
No matter what you decide, it all leads to the most heartbreaking scene in all of Telltale Games history. Do you agree with our list?
It's about your future in this company.
Which choices will you make the next time you play one of these games? For more indecisive top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
What would you do in my place?